Hi guys, it's the last one of this batch of Let's Play videos this time. And I'm gonna play Manic Miner. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Manic Miner on the ZX Spectrum. And I'm using my 128K plus 2 Spectrum for this one, because it's just more convenient that way. And I gotta tell you something about this version, because I'm not sure if this cover and the tape belong together, because I'm gonna take pictures of this for the video itself so you can see it better. But the print on this tape is not the one that you usually see online whenever this game with this cover is being sold. But this is exactly the way I first saw this game and played it when I played it as a kid.
Alright, I'm gonna have to cut myself right there just to open this thing up a bit. See, there are 3 different covers for Manic Miner, 2 for Bug-Byte and a completely different one for software projects. I dug up these screenshots from a website called Popeymon Games and Consultancy, where you can see and read all about these different Manic Miner variants. I put a link in the video description if you want to check it out. The first release of Manic Miner came with a Whistler cover, and there were also 3 tape variants for it, 2 with a label, and 1 with the cool angular Manic Miner logo you also see in the cover art, inked straight onto the cassette's plastic casing. The second release of Manic Miner features the lantern cover, and there seem to be 2 variants of this one around with darker and lighter prints, as well as 2 different tape variants, a labeled version we already saw included with the first release, and an inked version with no designer logo. Finally, the software project's re-release features its own telephone cover with 3 slightly differing tape label variants. There are some minor graphical differences between the Bug-Byte and software project's versions, as well as a different inbuilt cheat code. You can find all that information on Manic Miner's Wikipedia page.
I'm gonna record this right now, just so nothing gets skipped for the footage. And since this is an unmodified 128K plus 2 Spectrum, yeah, nothing will get skipped in this recording. And I'm gonna have to load it the old-fashioned way on the 48K mode. Now the Spectrum does do a little bit of noise there. I'm not sure if you can hear it through the camera, but if you do, then it's the cassette tape engine thing that makes all this noise in the background. And there is the classic loading screen that I was so enthralled with as a kid, seeing these 2, Manic and Miner, change all throughout the loading. It was something special back then in the early 80s. But of course, I was born in 1981 and I didn't see this one until, I don't know, maybe 1984 and 85. And it was one of the first games I played on the Spectrum back then. So I wasn't probably more than 4 years old when I started playing Manic Miner, and to this day I still haven't completed this game. I'm gonna do the camera stuff right now with this, just so you can see it better.
Yeah, the noise is pretty awful, isn't it?
There. Yeah. The joystick of choice. If I remember correctly, this should support some sort of a joystick control. I'm gonna use this, the Cruiser, PowerPlay Cruiser, because it has a Sinclair interface cable included in the cable thing, and it's one of the only joysticks I have that supports it. Yep. Now we wait. The reason I decided to do this video right now for this batch of Let's Plays is because I saw some other Finnish retro gamers do a video of this kind, but I decided I'm gonna do better. But let's see what happens. I haven't played this in years now because the blog has taken so much of my time lately, but no matter, I think if I get to even Ore Refinery, which is probably the 12th level, I'll be happy. But I think my all-time record with this game is either the 16th or 17th level, which is pretty good considering there's only 20 levels in this. But after 40 years of playing this game on and off, it's not exactly a commendable record. The classic Manic Miner intro screen with awful piano melody of The Blue Danube. The first published game by Matthew Smith. And it's still epic. Let's see if the joystick works. I'm gonna start playing now. If it doesn't, no it doesn't. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to resort to playing on the keyboard. The classic OP and space. If I had up and down for more controls, it would be Q and A. But this only uses 3 keys, so... You have to take into consideration that the jump is slightly laggy. When you press, then there's a couple of microseconds before Willy actually jumps. And this has always been a bit of a problem for me, because there are some really tight situations in the later levels when you do need some accurate controls. But this is the way it was designed, I guess, so we have to make do. The cold room. I mean, playing this game for, let's say, the 7 or 8 first levels is, after all these years, pretty self-explanatory, and just as I was playing it 20 years ago, at least. And that's a trick you have to know. You can actually fall down that distance when entering the exit. But if you do fall that distance, otherwise you're gonna die. The Menagerie. And the way this game has always been is like, you do really need to figure out the correct pathway to get through this game and remember the timings of all these enemies, how they perform here. The keys are always located in such places as to make it necessary for you to walk through a certain path. Walk and jump, I'd say. In this level, abandoned uranium workings, There are some optional pathways, of course, because there are so many platforms in the air. But these disappearing ones are always the sort that make your life a misery. And that's pretty much the full distance that you can fall without losing a life. It's like, what, four blocks, basically. And there you have to jump slightly to get into the exit. Eugene's Lair, level 5. If I remember correctly, this level's slightly different in the Commodore 64 version, at least. Because Eugene moves a little bit at a different pace. Of course, ow, that was close. Now, I haven't done a comparison of Manic Miner because there are, what, about 25 versions of this available, and because I haven't completed it, I can have no full knowledge of how the game differs on every platform. So it's no use even trying to do it now. If I ever complete the Spectrum version, there is a chance of me for completing any other version too, but it's in my bucket list, let's say that. Processing plant with these weird Pac-Man looking creatures. Now I've already lost count what number level this is, but I think it's 7. And there are 2 ways to get that particular key, but I always go this way because it's what I've gotten used to. And that is a bit finicky of how close you need to be when starting the jump. There. Nope. Pixel perfect platforming has always been a curse word for many, and this is the epitome of that. Whew! The VAT. Okay, by now I should have had an extra life, which you get when you reach the score of 10,000, but I started this a bit slowly, so that's what you get for doing commentary first and the game second. Yeah, there it is. The first and probably my last extra life. Yep. Ooh. Miner Willie meets the Kong Beast. I don't know what Kong in this case means, but it's the green gremlin looking thing at the top. So, of course, when Kong is in question, you think of a huge gorilla, which I suppose that is supposed to be. And the items you collect are bananas instead of keys. Yeah. Okay. Now I could just collect that banana and get into the exit, but you can also drop that Kong beast by jumping the platforms all the way up and flicking that switch over there. Behind the wall. Ah, there it is. There we go. The mighty Kong has fallen. But don't worry, he'll be back. Have to play at a weird angle because of the camera and everything, but... Wacky Amoebatrons. And we're back to keys, apparently, yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna have to fall down. I forgot about this now. This is a really tight level in its timing. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it this time because I managed to muddle that up. Now, okay, the green one. Oof, yes. Oh no 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 no. That's yeah. That was exactly what I expected, but I didn't remember where it would happen. Yeah, the timing is very crucial, and in what order you're gonna jump past these amoebas. Now, this will have to happen now. Is this the 10th level now? I can't remember. I'm really bad at keeping track of where I am when it's this kind of design. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for that cyan/turquoise amoeba to get past. Now that's okay. And the red one. Okay. Doing pretty good now. And the green has to be weighted. Key, yes. That's it. The Endorian Forest. Okay, so this is pretty obviously a reference to Star Wars. And I suppose these creatures are Ewoks. But I have no idea why you're collecting these sort of Christmas baubles. There. Okay, need to get closer. There. Wait. That was good. Attack of the Mutant Telephones. This was, for a very long time, my record. And the one I always couldn't get past. But it's like when you're playing this in a sort of a zone mode, if you know what I'm talking about. You kind of fly through it without even knowing what you're doing, and that's what happened to me the first time. when I completed this level. Another crucial timing issue here, because you need to realize how far is that green thing coming, and then you gotta take care not to jump into that yellow one above. Okay, now I've got just enough room for making the jump over here. And then I should be able to fall down. Yep. Alright, now comes the hard part. I need to take care not to jump into the... Yeah. That's what you get for not practicing before you actually record this thing. Oh! As I said, if I make it to Ore Refinery, I'll be happy. 'Cause it's been such a long time since I played. But now that I know what I'm doing here, there's a chance I'll get to at least Ore Refinery. Yep. Ooh! Another timing related problem right there. Well. Guess what? I'm gonna start over again. No, I'm not. Yeah. After this title screen, you get a demo of a quick look at all the 20 levels in the game. So right now I'm gonna see which one it was that I got to. Central cover room the first, cold room the second, the menagerie is the third one, abandoned uranium workings, the fifth one is Eugene's lair, yes. Processing plant is 6. The vat. Minor Willie meets the Kong Beast is 8. Wacky Amoebatrons is 9. The Endorian Forest is 10. So at least halfway through, Attack of the Mutant Telephones is 11. So not as well as I anticipated. I have completed this one at some point. Yes. Ore Refinery is 13. So this is the most infuriating one. Skylab Landing Pay is... This is the sort of level that surprises you with its easiness when you get to it, but it looks kind of random. Bank, the 16th cavern. This is easy to remember because it is the 16th cavern. The warehouse 17. Amoebatron's Revenge. Solar power generator. and the final barrier is the 20th. Yeah, there are some differences between some levels in certain versions of the game, which makes it actually a good idea to make the comparison at some point, but until I have actually completed the Spectrum version, I don't think I'll be bothering to do it, because it's such a workload anyway. So I need to know what I'm doing by that time. But yeah, that's not the most accomplished play of Manic Miner, but it is on the ZX Spectrum, even if it's on the 28K plus 2, and I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, the next Let's Play series will probably be after I've done with the next My Nostalgia Trip games, whenever that is. But I'll see you with something else the next time. Cheers.